Hey guys, we are out in Porter today, or west of Porter. I think it's called Riverwalk is the community out here. But we have bees in this column behind me. I think maybe you can see them flying in and out, maybe not. The homeowner just called me. They said this morning, they sent me a picture. They saw a big clump of them on the outside, and then within 30 minutes it was all gone. Now, what I don't know, he said he was seeing them go in and out. Maybe it was a swarm just moving in. Maybe it was a swarm leaving. I don't know. Because he thought, oh, they just showed up. And then we got to talking when I got here, and he said, oh, we've had a bee issue of some sort for a while now, several months. But they had never noticed them up here above their front door. So, the bee issue maybe was just some bees hanging around the property somewhere else. I don't know. So anyway, we're going to get into this column, and this is the first for me. I've done square columns, but not round columns. But these columns, just so you guys know, they're hollow, they're purely aesthetic. This is not structural. Inside this column, there's probably going to be like a 4x4 post. That's your actual structural member. You can see it's actually got a split already in it. Here, it's got a couple of cracks. But right here, it looks like, to me, it looks like anyway, this might be a factory seam. If you go around the front, you'll see right here on the front there's a line there. So these usually come in two halves, and then the builder just slaps them together around that 4x4 post. So anyway, we're going to work on cutting a window. Basically, I'm going to try to do it on the back side. I'm going to try to cut a window open, like a half a watermelon. And I've done this on trees before. I've had videos years ago where I did that to a tree. I cut a window in the side of it like that. So that's what we're going to try to do today. Cut a window in the back. We're going to do it in the back just so it's a little more, aesthetically appealing for people driving by. They won't notice it, as much while the homeowner gets it patched up. But I'm going to get up here with the oscillating tool, start to make our cut a little window so we can see what we got. Make sure, I know it's going to be hollow up there in the brick and stone, but I don't think they're getting up there because there's a steel plate that actually supports that stonework. So I don't think they're getting up on top of the stone. I think they're going on the top of this column here. So we're going to cut it open and let you know what we find. So the bees are all down inside the column here. I don't see any combs, so I think they really did just show up. So I just, spliced in that little bit of really bad footage that you guys saw there. But what we run into inside this column, when I cut it open, the column is plastic, by the way, not wood like I thought. It's plastic. And there's these interesting marks here. Like this here. You guys can see that? Yep. That's comb from a prior removal. So I cut the comb out, or cut that piece of plastic out, and then I find fiberglass insulation stuffed in the top of the post. And I think, why would there be fiberglass insulation in the top of this external column? Because somebody's been here before. And the guy that's been here before, I'm going to have to show you guys when I'm done. A simple little dab of caulk would have stopped this from happening again. But instead, he stuffed insulation in there because that's what someone else told them they should do. That's what they think they should do. So the bees got in, just crawled right down past the insulation, and are trying to build below it. So on this one, we're actually going to do a force out now. The bees are all down here in the column, but there's no combs or anything being built yet. So we're going to drill a couple holes down below them. We're going to spray some repellent in, and we're going to force them out. We're going to do a Abscond, the forced Abscond here, a Abscond from my buddy Yappy Travis Olbrich. So anyway, that's what we're going to do on this one. The homeowner's going to go get me a drill because I didn't bring mine. I didn't plan on doing that. And we're going to get some repellent sprayed in here, and we're going to get these bees running. So we got all my lights on. Anyway, we started to go with the Abscond here like I was telling you guys. So started at the bottom, drilled a hole, sprayed it, and the bees started, of course, pouring out the top just like they're supposed to. So we let them keep running out the top until you kind of see that slow down. We drill the next hole, same thing all the way up. At this point now, I've looked down inside the column. There are no bees down inside the column. There you can see the old combs from the old removal. Obviously, stuffing it with fiberglass insulation didn't work. I never recommend that. What would have worked would have been just a little bit of a caulk right there. That would have kept them out. But anyway, the bees, we've sucked up everything that's congregating. I was putting them in my hand and cleaning them off my hand, and I did suck up a glob that I thought I saw the queen get sucked up. I'm pretty sure I sucked her up. And now, you know, she's in the vac now, and the bees are flying around more chaotically over here out in the yard because of the discharge from the vacuum. But, you know, they're all out of the post, so I'm just kind of sucking up the last couple few that'll land. But pretty much everything flying around, they're not landing anywhere to give me an option to suck them up. So we're going to start cleaning up tools and shutting this thing down. And, you know, I've already sprayed it all down with repellent, so what's left, the homeowner knows. You know, there'll be some orphans that he'll have to deal with, but I think he's just going to glue this little scrap of column back in and, you know, putty and paste over it and be done with it.